Okay, while my machine, YourStory machine, is warming up, I want to make a title for my recipe book. So I'm just going to click my little Cricut, and I'm using my Gypsy just to be able to weld my letters together so I don't have to stick them down all on at one time. So just waiting for it to load. Go to new page, and I'm going to use my 12 by 12 mat, and then go to my little keypad over here, and I'm going to click on this, and I have just my linked cartridges to show up, so I'm going to scroll down to Storybook is the one I want to use. Almost. Okay, so I'm going to, oh, it beeped at me, so we'll come back to this after. So I'm just gonna click standby and we'll do this after. Okay, so now that it's ready, I can place my album cover in spine down into my machine, and I want to push the cover down until it touches the heating element, and then press the up button again, and it will blink, and when you hear a beep and the up button is no longer blinking, then it says that the process is complete. So we'll go back to my Gypsy here. So I'll just click my button. Okay, so I'm gonna type recipes, and then click my little keypad over here. Okay, so I'm gonna bring them up here, and to zoom in, I'm just gonna push my top button here and tap the screen, and I think that, oops, I tapped it again, so I think that's good. So I'm gonna push the ungroup button, and then I'm going to go to advanced and have my weld button on once I click on my images. So I'm gonna move them over where I want them. Just down for a second, and I'm just going to move my book out. So I'm going to remove it from the heating element, and then I'm just going to put it in the back and let it cool. Okay, so then if I want to see what it looks like, see if I like it, I just push this little eyeball, and it shows me that what it'll look like. Okay, so I've connected my Cricut to my Gypsy, and I'm just going to place that to the side. And I'm going to, I just have my mat, and I have a piece of the same green color that I put in my book. And I'm just going to load my mat with that. So I'm going to load my mat into my machine. Okay, so it's good. And then I'm going to come back to my Gypsy here. Just touch the screen. Okay, so I'm going to go back to basic and press this little blade here. So I'm just going to push the cut blade. And it says, please check the following settings on your Cricut: blade depth and pressure, which I have mine already set. And I'm using Stampin' Up! Cardstock because it's nice and thick and I love it for projects like this. So I have that all set to high, and so I'm going to push OK, and then it says cutting, so we'll just watch it cut here. Okay, so my book is out of the cooling station and it looks great. So I have some designer cardstock from Stampin' Up! That I've cut at 3 by 5, and then I cut a little piece at 2 by 4, and then here's my recipes welded together word. But I want to use an embossing folder and emboss my plain cardstock. So I'm going to grab my cuddle bug. Okay, so there's my embossed paper. It looks really cute. Okay, so now we're going to assemble everything on here. So I'm going to grab some adhesive. Okay, so I have some Stampin' Up! Two-way glue, and I'm going to stick some of that on my word. Another easy way of doing this is to use my Xyron, but I'm actually out of adhesive for that. So this is kind of the next best thing. So I'm going to stick that onto my embossed, and I hope it sticks okay. Another cool idea would be to put some pop dots on there too. And then I'm going to adhere my embossed cardstock to my designer cardstock. So I'm just going to use some double-sided tape. For that, and we'll stick that down, and I want to stick it a little bit more to the end because I'm going to add some ribbon. Alright, and then to stick it on the book itself, I'm going to use some sticky strip. Use when you want something to stick, like paper to stick to like a lunch tin or whatever, because when you use this it's permanent and it won't be coming up. And I'm going to stick it on to my book, make sure I'm sticking it down the right way. How horrible would that be if I stuck it down upside down? Okay, so there you have it so far anyways. Now I'm going to stick some ribbon. Now I have some pretty sheer ribbon that I got from Michael's that I was using to make some really pretty bows and such for your hair. So I'm just going to add this on. I'm just going to tie it in a simple knot. Make sure it's tight. And then I'm going to do little fancy ends. So I have it folded in half, and I'm going to cut away from that fold. And that's going to give me a cute little, I don't think I did it at enough of an angle, but there, it looks really cute. So there is my recipe book.